And we can use the power property with negative exponents now that we know more about negative exponents. Let's take a look at a couple of examples before you work some out for yourself. We have z to the negative fifth times z to the negative 3. Now, it's up to you. You can get rid of the negative exponents first, or you can wait until the end. As long as you get rid of them eventually, it will be considered simplified. So we have, I'm going to get rid of them at the end, z to the negative 5 plus negative 3, which is going to be z to the negative 8. Now, to fully simplify, we have to get rid of the negative exponents. We are going to have 1 over z to the 8th. Let's look at some more. Now we have a couple of different variables we're working with. We have m's, we have n's, and we have parentheses, which are not helpful to us at all. So using the commutative and associative properties of multiplication, we can get rid of the parentheses, move the like terms next to each other, and multiply them in order. So we have m to the 4th, n to the negative 3rd, m to the negative 5th, n to the negative 2. So there I use the associative property to get rid of the parentheses because order does not matter when it comes to multiplication. Now I can use the commutative property to combine my like terms together. M to the 4th times m to the negative 5th times n to the negative 3rd times n to the negative 2. Combining like terms, we have m to the 4 minus 5, n to the negative 3 minus 2, which equals m to the negative 1, n to the negative 5, which is 1 over m n to the 5th. One more example. Again, it's a similar concept, only this time we have constants in there. Constants being the numbers. A constant is the opposite of a variable. So we have 2, negative 5, x's, y's, negative exponents, positive exponents. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of the parentheses. Then we can move stuff around. Times. Remember that 5 is negative, so that negative is stuck to the 5. So that's the only reason I put it in parentheses. So we don't think we're subtracting. It is actually a negative 5. So now I can move some stuff around. 2 times negative 5, x to the negative 6 times x to the 5th times y to the negative 3 equals, now remember, we're multiplying here. So we're going to be multiplying our constants together. Don't get mixed up thinking that you're going to be adding them together because you're adding exponents. That's a common mistake. So let's take a look. 2 times negative 5 is going to be negative 10. X to the negative 6 plus 5, y to the negative 3. Simplifying further, we have negative 10, x to the negative 1, y to the negative 3. Now, in our final step, again, we have to get rid of those negative exponents. We got to put those variables where they belong. Negative 10, it's a negative number. It does not have a negative exponent, so negative 10 still stays on top. So there's a difference between being a negative number and having a negative exponent. But x has a negative exponent. It's simply x. You could say x to the 1, but x is simpler. And y to the 3rd. So good luck with problem 13.